8 years after the Joker's reign of anarchy, Batman, with the help of the enigmatic Catwoman, is forced from his exile to save Gotham City from the brutal guerrilla terrorist Bane. Hello everyone, welcome to another movie review. It's on the movie The Dark Knight Rises. This movie came out back in 2012. It was also nominated for one BAFTA Film Award and another 38 wins, 101 nominations. And it is also ranked in the top 100 movies of all time at the 71 spot. The actors, the cast that's in this are Kristen Bale, Gary Oldman, Tom Hardy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Anne Hathaway, Marion Cotillard, Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, Matthew Modine, Alon Abutbul, Ben Mendelsohn, Bon Goman, Daniel Sunzata, Adam Gillen, Sam Kennard. Oh wait, so those are the top actors in this movie. There is quite a few other ones that were like they won't really they were there, but they won't really part of the main cast. That's part of the main cast. My thoughts on this movie. Basically, okay, so this was really a trilogy, of Batman movie of a Batman movie series. First one was Batman Begins, awesome movie, and I'll eventually have to do that one as well. The second one, The Dark Knight, another great movie, and it was surprising because it was a sequel to Batman Begins. Awesome stuff. And then this one, The Dark Knight Rises. It started to go downhill. And not much, not by much. Don't get me wrong, still a great movie, nonetheless, but it's not on the pedestal as Batman Begins and The Dark Knight were on. And quite frankly, I still don't know which one I prefer, Batman Begins or The Dark Knight. But this one, yeah, it's a bit of a downgrade for me, and not to say that it's a bad movie. It's not. It definitely not. For a superhero movie, it's one of the best and one of the better superhero movies that we've gotten to date, along with The Dark Knight and Batman Begins. But yes, still one of the best ones that we've gotten to date from the DC universe. DC has had major problems trying to do superhero movies for the most part. We have gotten a few very good ones now. We have. But most from DC tend to fail. And that's normally due to the story or like the way that it's written. Okay, so first of all, the cast did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal. They did a phenomenal job. Nothing wrong with the cast for me personally. I love Kristen Bale as Batman. I know some people have problems with him as Batman, and I don't understand why. I really don't. I thought he was the for this type of a superhero movie, like going for like a dark Batman, not a comical Batman, but a darker version of Batman. He's been the best one. Not to say Michael Keaton was bad. Michael Keaton was actually a good Batman. But, yet no. Christian Bale is just overall much better than him. What do I think about the villain? I think the villain, I had no idea it was him until I wound up looking up the cast for that was in this. Tom Hardy. Oh my god. And I love him even more now. I never knew he was the one that played Bane. Um, yeah, he did a great job too. A great job. There's a few other actors like Morgan Freeman, of course. He's always great. Michael Caine, always great. Though, yeah. So going on to the story. For the most part, it's actually a very good plot, and I'm glad that they stuck with one bad guy this time. One bad guy this time, because if you do too many bad guys in a, to me personally, if you do too many bad guys in the superhero movie, um, it tends to not work. They try to write it. I don't know how to describe this. Basically, they try to mash it up, try to see what fits, and it normally doesn't fit because it's too confusing. It's too much. It's too much. But in this one, they stuck with one, and I'm glad that they did. And they try to write it, like make the story as good as they could. And for what it's worth, I think they did actually a great job. But Tom Hart, the storyline is not as good as the Dark Knight was and Batman Begins was. Those storylines were just much better. Not to say that this is crap. This is not crap. This is actually still a very good way to go. Um, what what really pisses me off about this movie, for the most part, it's not really nothing much to complain about, but it's the fact that they didn't continue it. No, they dropped Christopher Nolan as director, and I was really pissed off with that. I thought Christopher Nolan did these Batman movies justice. I wish he had stayed on. Um, same thing with Christian Bale. I wish he had stayed on. Not to say that the these newer Batman movies are bad. Like Batman v Superman, Batman vs Superman, or the Justice League. Well, the Justice League was a mix of all the superheroes, and from the DC, not all, but some. Um, but Ben Affleck, to me personally, he's okay. But that I remember hearing how you shouldn't compare the new ones to the Dark Knight ones because it's a different universe, a different take on the Batman. And if that's true, I agree you should not compare it. But at the same time, I have problems trying not to compare it because no, it's Batman. It's Batman. If we don't compare it to this one or the other ones, what are we supposed to compare it to? Yeah, and to me personally, you shouldn't. At that point in time, you shouldn't be comparing the cast, but you should be comparing the universe. Which universe was the better one for Batman? And to me personally, this one was the better one. But yet, no. That's my only complaint. The fact that they didn't continue, did not continue with Christopher Nolan, with Christian Bale. I really wanted to see will Christopher Nolan and Christian Bale would have taken this more because they started something at the end of this movie, and I'm not gonna explain what they did because that's not me. I don't like doing spoilers. I just normally like to touch base. But just to say that they started something at the end of the movie that would have been great to see. And then they didn't do it. Yeah, that's what pisses me off. They start something and then they don't, and then they were like, nope, we're done. Goodbye. Not right. Not right. So yeah, that's my only complaint about this movie. Only complaint. The soundtrack. I was paying attention and it was good. Nothing great, nothing bad. It was good. It fit the scenes, but nothing memorable. Nothing memorable. The graphics, the action scenes were just pure greatness. It was very nice to the eyes. Very nice to the eyes. I thought it was a great. They did a great job with that part. Yeah. So that being said, IMDb gives, with all the users combined, IMDb gives this movie an 8.4 out of 10. And quite frankly, well, yeah, and according to them, it's at the top 71 best movies of all time, in the top 100 at the 71 spot. And to me personally, do I find that this is one of the best movies of all time? No. But do I find that this is one of the best superhero movies of all time? Yes. It's one of the better ones. And that's also including like the Marvel stuff. Some of the Marvel stuff I actually very much enjoy, but it's like it's not as good as this. I am sorry. Don't get me wrong. Marvel has been doing a very good job with the superhero movies, but you can't beat Batman. This universe of Batman. So, that being said, what would I give this movie? I love it. I think it's a very good movie, and therefore I give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. So, like I said, it's not one of these Batman movies from this universe. It's not one of the best movies of all time. I disagree with that, but it is one of the best superhero movies that we've ever gotten. So 7 out of 10, like I said. There we go. Done. So, if you love this movie or didn't love this movie, you can let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. I always love your comments, whether you love the movie or hate it. You can like this video if you like this review, and you can subscribe to my channel if you love my content. So thank you for taking time to watch, and join me next time for another movie review I tend to do soon. I am out.